everyone. For this week, we will be creating a logo on Adobe Illustrator by using a drawing that we create. Now, before we create a logo, I'd like to go over what a logo is. A logo is a graphic mark, emblem, symbol, or stylized name used to identify a company, organization, product, or brand. So as you see on the far left right here are logos that you guys might be familiar with. We have the McDonald's logo, the Apple logo, the Starbucks logo. Now these are put on their products so people know where the product comes from. We go down the handout. We'll see some graphic design artists who create logos. We have Gail Anderson, who works for Rolling Stones, and she creates a lot of political logos. We have Carolyn Davis, who created the Nike logo. Akshar Pathak, who is a very well-known young graphic designer in India. He creates websites and logos for businesses. And then we have Sylvia Harris, who created the famous ACLU logo. Now, when creating a logo, we are going to open up Adobe Illustrator. On your Chromebooks, you guys should have Adobe Illustrator. It might be found through your browser or on your desktop. I'm going to show you how I find mine. I'm going to click my browser and I am going to type in Adobe Illustrator. All right, and then I'm going to double click. All right, awesome. So when Adobe Illustrator opens up, it should bring you to this page or something like it. Now we are going to just press the letter. We can always minimize it later if we need to. We're going to hit letter. All right, so now that Adobe Illustrator opened up, we're going to download the drawing that we created. That will become our special logo. So for me, I created a camera drawing since I love photography, and that is a hobby of mine. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go down, and I am going to hit this that says place, period, period, period. Hit that. And once it opens up to your files, you're going to find your picture. It might either be in your downloads or in your pictures. Now my computer saves it directly to my camera roll pictures when I take it on my computer. So I'm going to go down, and then right here is the picture I took, and then I cropped it so I have less space around it. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to push down in the middle of my page, and then it brings this big image of your drawing. So to minimize it, you're going to press down on this anchor point, and you're going to go diagonally towards the center of your drawing. And then you're going to click down on your drawing. While holding it down, you're going to move it to the center of your page, like that. All right, so if you look on the far right, you notice that this is layer 1, which is your drawing. So if I click this eye, it's going to hide it. And you click it again. All right, so I am going to name my first layer drawing. I like to label my layers so I know where they are and I don't get them confused with each other. All right, so to start, I am going to create a new layer. I do not like drawing on the actual drawing layer. It can get confusing later. So I created a layer 2. It says layer 2. I'm going to put camera body on it. Now, when working on layer, you want to make sure the layer is blue. That shows you that you can work on it. I am going to go to the far left where my tools are. I'm going to make sure that it is on my pen tool. Now, pen tools are good when going over lines. So I'm going to start here at the corner. I'm going to make my first anchor tool, or anchor point. You know it's an anchor point when it says anchor on it. You're going to go down, and you're going to hit all of the outside points of your drawing. All right. And as you see, right here is white, and that is because the color is white. If you want to see your drawing, you just make it invisible by clicking this little dash right here. So you're still able to see where you're drawing. It just also allows you to see the drawing behind this layer. All right, I'm just going to go around my drawing. Now to close a layer, you're going to want to go back to the starting point, which is right here. You're going to click that, and you know that it worked when it does not make lines anymore. So this is a closed layer. So I am going to come here, I'm going to go to the filler, and I am going to make it black. So you can go here, press black. You know it's black when it's shown right here. You press OK. So there's my first layer. I hid my drawing, and there it is. So to continue working, I'm going to hide my camera body. I'm going to go down here to the square with the plus sign. I'm going to make this one my highlights. Okay, I'm going to make sure it stays blue. Now my highlights are these little lines right here. So I'm going to grab my pen tool since my highlights are lines. I'm going to make my starting point here. I'm going to go down and then back up. You want to make sure you close your line. Okay, so that's there. Oh, let's do it one more time. Okay, so that's there. You're going to go here. You're going to make a starting point, finish point, and then back to the starting point. It's like a lap. You're going to do it again. Starting point, down, and then back to the starting point. All right, and then right here I have some curvy lines. So I am going to go over here to my tools. I'm going to click the fourth one down, which is my curvature tool. And then for making a curve, you're going to hit the starting point, the highest point, and then make an end point. And then you go back to the starting point. And then to move this shape, or to kind of change it, you can create a path point and then move it up to your highest point. All right, we're going to do it again. So make a starting point, go to the highest point of the curve, and then create an end point. And then go back to your starting point. And then I'm going to press down on this line, and I'm going to bring it towards the highest point of the curve by holding it down. And then when you are happy with how it looks, you're going to let go. All right, so now that I have that, I am going to create a circle highlight by going over here. Now you're going to go 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to hit this little corner, double click it. Sometimes it's a little difficult to open it. Okay, one moment. There it is. Okay, so I just had to right click it. Then I'm going to go to my ellipse tool right here. I'm going to simply click on the circle, hit OK, and then you're going to see this thing. You're going to do the same thing you did with your picture. You're going to go to the corner anchor point. You're going to go diagonally towards the center of the circle. And then when you're done, you're going to let go. You're going to go over here to your selection tool. Selection tool allows you to press objects and move them. And I'm going to go over this. All right, so I see that my highlights are black. I want my highlights to be white, so I am going to make sure my selection tool is pressed. I'm going to just change the colors to white. I'll do that quickly for you. Double click. Hit white, it's white, okay. Now, there's an easier way to do it. I could have made this layer white in the beginning. It's okay, you forget. It's okay. All right, make sure they are all white, because highlights are white. Okay. Sure this is white. All right, and then I don't really want these to have black outline, so I'm going to click this square with the gray in the middle. I'm going to make it no color. All right, so see if my highlights show up. Boom! All right, so now I have my highlights. I'm going to hide these again. Okay, so next I want to create this lens circular shape. So I'm going to create a new layer, and I am going to type in lens circle, because that's the shape of my lens. Okay, and then you're going to go over here, use your ellipse tool, you're going to click it twice. Okay, and then you're going to press where you want the circle to be. All right, and then you're going to make sure you have your selection tool pressed. Going to move this, and it doesn't have to be just like your drawing, it can be different. Okay. All right, to make sure. Oh, and then I just want an outline of the circle. I don't want the inside to be white, so I am going to go over to my filler, and I am going to make it no color in the middle, since the black of my camera body will show up, and I am going to make a white highlight. Okay. So to see if it worked, see if your layer worked, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to hide my drawing, and then boom, here's my camera. All right, so next I want my name on it. You don't have to have your name on it if you don't want to. I just like to, because I could put this on a business card, I could put this on a photography website. So to create your name, you're going to go down over here to the left where your tools are. You're going to hit the type tool, your font tool. You're going to go where you want your font. I want mine under my camera. And then I'm going to type Miss Facet in capital letters. All right. There's that. Oh, I'm going to go to my selection tool. I'm going to move it right here. Double click. Oh. All right, and then if you double click it, you can come over. It should pop up this list of options. I'm going to make it big. There it is. All right. And then I'm going to go to my selection tool so I can move it. Remember, to move objects, you have to use your selection tool. All right. And then I'm going to make this white because I think I'm going to have a circle behind it. So I'm going to click this and I'm going to hit white. All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is make a purple circle behind it. I'm going to... Now, since the circle is going to be behind my camera, it's going to be behind my camera body layer. Now, that is important. If you want things to show, like if I want these highlights to show, it has to be one of my last layers put onto my drawing. Okay, so I am going to label this background circle. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to go here, press down, and then I'm going to change it to purple, kind of like a pinkish purple. Boom. All right, and then you go to your selection tool so you can move it to where you want it, and then boom, there it is. All right. And then the last step is to save it. So you're going to go to your file. You're going to go down to export and then save as. You're going to make sure it's JPEG, where your save as type is. Go down, JPEG, JPEG, perfect. This is a small file, so it's easy to download